Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here today, and I'm here to talk to you about Legion PvP Alpha for Resto druids. So with that, let's get started. First thing I want to show you guys is the artifact weapon talent. It's just increased to the frequency of all your heals over time effects by 50% for 8 seconds for your allies. That's basically what the artifact weapon talent does. I wanted to show you guys that real quick. So with that, let's go on to the spellbook. We basically keep Barkskin. Dash is now completely different and no longer removes slows and snares. So that's what's changed about Dash. Displacer Beast is now still a talent, basically. Abhorrence is basically, I'll show you guys that real quick. It just puts it on the ground, stand in it, and just heals you and the people that stand in it. Tangle Roots to keep, and Healing Touch. Hurricane, still the same. You have Innervate back and uses a friendly healer, allowing them to cast spells without spending mana for 10 seconds. 3-minute cooldown. Ironbark, still you keep. Life Bloom, you keep. Mighty Bash is still a talent. Lunar Strike, I'll go over that shortly and why you have it. Same for Moonkin, I'll go over that shortly as well. Regrowth, regeneration, everything is pretty much the same, really. So, Solar Wrath and Star Surge, Sunfire, I'll go over that as well shortly. Urshel's Vortex, Restoration Druids, keep that. It's not a talent, but they keep it. Everything else, like I said, is the same, so there's really not much that's changed for Restoration Druids. Moving on to talents. First row, Prosperity, Swiftman now has 2 charges. Cerulean Ward used to be in the 30 row, but now has moved to 15. Germination was now also at moved to the first row. It was also at one level 100 row. Somebody was dueling me. Sorry about that. Restoration, not restoration. Sorry, the duel threw me off. Level 30 row. Not really much has changed. They're just moved, basically. Renewal, same thing. Displacer Beast is now on the second row instead of the first. Wild Charge is now in the second row as well instead of the first. Pretty much everything was moved around. Cerulean Ward was moved. Germination was moved. Displacer Beast, Wild Charge, like everything was pretty much moved. Moving on to the third row, this is what I was showing you guys in the spellbook earlier. If you pick Balance Affinity, you get Moonkin form and Star Surge and Lunar Strike and Moonfire, Sunfire, all the etc. You could be a Restoration kin, basically. Feral Affinity, you get all the Feral spells and your movement speed is increased by 15% at all times. Guardian, you get reduced 10% damage taken at all times, and you also get Regeneration, Mangle, Thrash, Iron Fur, etc. Next row, everything's the same as live, nothing's changed. So, that's pretty much it for that. 75 row, not much has changed as well. Incarnation's still here. Soul of the Forest is still here. You gain an increase to regrowth and regeneration every time you use Swiftman. Abundance, for every regeneration you have or rejuvenation you have on your target, the cast time of your healing touch is reduced by 8%, and a critical effect chance of regrowth is increased by 8%. Next row, Spring Blossoms. Each time a target is healed by Efflorence, is healed for an additional 17,000 over 8 seconds. Inner Peace reduces the cooldown of Tranquility by 60 seconds. Cultivation, when Rejuve heals a target below 60% health, it applies Cultivation to a target, healing them for 23,000 over 6 seconds. Final row, Moment of Clarity. Omen of Clarity now affects the next 3 regrowths. Stonebark reduces the cooldown of Ironbark by 30 seconds. It also increases the healing from your heal overtime effect by 20%. Flourish extends the duration of all your heal overtime effects on friendly targets within 60 yards by 6 seconds. Moving on to the honor talents. First one's basically a PvP trinket. That's all it is, just a standard PvP trinket. Next one is all loss of control effects with duration of 5 seconds or more will activate your honorable mention spell, but only causes it to incur a 60-second cooldown. Relentless, duration of incoming crowd control effects reduced by 25%. Nextro, Defender of the Week. After healing a target below 50% health, you gain 20% haste for 5 seconds. While you are at or above 80% health, your healing is increased by 20%. Inner Removal. Casting effective heals on yourself directly will refund 50% of the spell's mana costs. Healing Touch and Regrowth. Remove all snares and effects from the target. This is... We actually have Thorns back, only Restoration does. This is really, really, really strong talent. You can basically kill yourself just by attacking the druid with Thorns up right now. It's probably not going to make that to live, but right now it is a strong, strong talent. So, of all of these, I would probably pick Thorns. Last is basically if you go into bear form, your critical strike chance on you is reduced by 10%. And you also get a free rejuvenation cost when you're hit. So, that's pretty much all there is for that one. Cyclone is now a talent instead of actually having it. Vines, enroaching vines, whatever. When your entangling roots is removed, dispelled, or ends, the target's physical damage is reduced by 25% for 4 seconds. Deep roots, damage no longer cancels your roots. Nourished reduces the cast time of healing touch by 5 seconds, or 0.5 seconds, and automatically applies rejuvenation. When targets with your rejuvenation are hit by a melee critical attack, they will be healed, and the duration of your rejuve will be refreshed. Fortified Bark. Targets with your Iron Bark take a 25% reduced chance to be critically hit. Focus Growth. Your Life Bloom also applies Focus Growth to the target, increases the Life Bloom's healing by 15%, stacks up to 3 times. Wild Growth is now instant. Overgrowth instantly applies Regrowth, Life Bloom, and Rejuve and Wild Growth to the target. 45-second cooldown. So that's it for Resto, guys. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you for the next one.